Hello, audience. Welcome to my channel, and wife's talking to me this time. Oh, look at that. My eyes went stop being blurry now. Okay then. Welcome to my channel, and how are you guys today? None of y'all left a comment the other day, but that's okay because I'm just starting off. Why did I just say that? Why did I say that? Who are you? What are you people doing here? Get out of my bathroom. What are you going here? Oh my god. Ah! Right. Look, a bird. Run away. Anyway, the topic for today is the same as always. It's almost up. The week's almost up. The FBI deal. It's basically like, it's nothing to worry about. It's basically like you're getting shot in the head with an invisible gun, or a real one if you really don't mind. Oh God! I just went the wrong way there, didn't I? Huh? You guys are watching me. Awesome. No wait, no one's watching me. Sad face. You guys want to see a frog? I like frogs. Frog. Okay, there's a frog. Well, anyway, all I can really say is for today is you guys have a challenge. I challenge you to make a YouTube video and post it on my Facebook. There will be a link somewhere here, I think, if I can figure out how to freaking post that shit. But anyway, that is your challenge. Make a video of anything. The challenge is just make a video that's random as all hell. Like, it's just really random. Post a link here to my Facebook and post your videos either on my Facebook or my link below, right down there, the comment thingies. Anyway, all I can really say is this is going to be a short one, so I love you all. You already know who you are. So, oatmeal cookies. Goodbye, and to all the family out there, woo woo. Thank you. Have a nice day. I'm out.